How did you feel about the overall performance?
Well, a big performance and a big win. It's very difficult to come to this place against such a team with the quality that they have in every department and do what we've done throughout the game. But it's true with the 1-3 and the dominance that we showed and the two big chances that we had to put the fourth one. In the best moment, they scored a goal that obviously changed the game. But yeah, overall very happy, but it could have been better.
Let's start with the positives. Viktor Gyökeres had a really good performance this evening. Do you think when he is not necessarily scoring goals,
unlock him, because he can do anything and he needs to believe that he can do anything. He can occupy various spaces. He's really good at carrying the ball. He has really good timing arriving in the box, and he's very composed, as you've seen in the goal. For a holding midfielder to do what he's done, it's quite rare.
We were talking to Ben White just now, and he said that in the second half, Arsenal kind of did it to themselves, that you guys didn't play to your usual standards. Did you see that, and why do you think it was the case, if you agree with him?
Well, in some part, especially on the defending part, in certain aspects. In other aspects, we were very good, and sometimes as well, you have to give credit to the opponent. I mean, they have players that they unlock that duel, and then they are running into you, and that's what they are capable of doing.
Yeah. What did you think Chelsea did in the second half, especially bringing more pace into the game, maybe in the final thirds to make things a little bit harder?
Well, they opened up the game because the heights that they put certain players as well, they were more of a threat every time we lost the ball, or they win a second or a duel, but at the same time they were as well much more exposed.
Still, Arsenal hasn't lost a game where you took the lead. 23 wins, the first time. If you score after that, 23 wins. Is it one of the many shows of maturity and composure that this team can demonstrate?
Yeah, it's always ideal to start the game. I think we have improved as well when we have conceded the goal after to come back and win it. So, yeah, it's half-time. We are happy tonight, and let's start to prepare the next game.
Thank you, Mikel.
Thank you.
Thank you.
He's very happy, isn't he? I mean, he is not giving the impression of someone who feels that they've let Chelsea off the hook a little bit tonight.
No, I think before the game he would have taken that result. I think he is happy because he knows that it is a really difficult place to come, even though Chelsea had a lot of injuries and a few players out. It's still a London derby. Everything can happen. It's a cup game. And the matter that they played, majority of the game, they were in control. Yes, of course, they're going to want to score more goals, but you can't have everything. But they have got the win, and they're going now back to their own stadium, and they're playing them in 2 weeks, where he would think that they would be able to control it as well. But for Chelsea's point of view, they still have got a really good opportunity.
He talked as well, didn't he, about, you know, individual battles for his defenders. I'm sure he's talking about the Esteval Timber battle, which was great, actually.
Yeah, loved
for
it.
The neutral.
Loved it. I'm a big fan of Jurrien Timber. He's been super signing, can play across that back, probably play as a centre-back if he had to. Such a talented player. But if you asked him, I bet he's in that dressing room now, sitting in the ice bath, because Esteval ran him, and it was a brilliant battle because Esteval probably just edged it. But there were times when, obviously, with that experience, but for someone of 18 to have that exuberance and that quality and that skill that he possesses, I haven't seen many players like that before. He's such a talent, Jiminy, Esteval.
Nobody does that really, nobody has done that really yet to Timber. No. And Esteval gave him a really hard time.
Yeah.
And the boy can play. It's so nice to see him doing it. And while he is doing it, we are talking to each other. He said, look at him, and he gets you at the end of your seats, and you know, that's what we want to see, and he brings it, and he's a little bit unlucky not to have a goal because he had twice that he had a really good shot at the goal, but he's an exceptional player, and he's only going to get better.
Time to find out what Liam Rosenior made of it all. He's with Natalie as well.
Liam, how proud are you of the character, the fight the team showed until the end?
Yeah, I asked for that on that aspect, in terms of energy, in terms of pressing, in terms of running back and helping the team. I'm very happy with that. Not happy with the result. Not happy with the manner of the goals we concede. The first goal, of course, it's a corner. You work on it. We need to be a little bit stronger in that moment. And then when we get back to 2-1, the goal comes from a restart. They take a quick free kick. We're not organised in our shape. They play through. These are small details, but at this level, if you don't get the details right, you don't win the game against a very, very good team. So, a strong start. I felt in the game. I felt we still have issues with our build, and that will be something we'll work on and we will address as we go forward. But what I asked for from my team, these are small details, but at this level, if you don't get the details right, you don't win the game against a very, very good team. So, a strong start. I felt in the game. I felt we still have issues with our build, and that will be something we'll work on and we will address as we go forward. But what I asked for from my team, these are small details, but at this level, if you don't get the details right, you don't win the game against a very, very good team. So, a strong start. I felt in the game. I felt we still have issues with our build, and that will be something we'll work on and we will address as we go forward. But what I asked for from my team was it for the team. So there are a lot of positive individual performances for the team. So there are a lot of positive individual performances. We're missing a few players as well. Young Shim comes on, but I saw the fight in the team, and we're going to need that moving forward.
Going back to a few aspects that you raised, the first goal, why did it look so easy?
I haven't seen it back, I'll be honest, analysing so much. We know what they do. We know the areas that they put the ball into. We have to be stronger in the moment, and we'll work on that. For us to concede 2 goals from restarts, from set plays, we scored 1 as well, but we need to just clean up in that aspect.
On the first half, did you feel the team was rushing a little bit the build-up? Why do you think it wasn't happening?
No, it wasn't rushing the build-up. We didn't recognise the space was on the outside of the pitch. That's something for us to improve. I've been with the team for 6 days, but we want to win games now. You know, we need to learn quickly, and we have a huge game against Brentford on Saturday. We're in tomorrow. We'll analyse the game and we make sure we improve.
And I know you're going to say it's not an excuse, the players you had that weren't available, but there were important players unavailable. How much did it impact the things you wanted to put into practice tonight?
Yeah, it's a hypothetical question. Arsenal were very strong. We have issues. Hopefully a few of the lads will be back for Saturday. Hopefully Cole, hopefully Reece gets over his knock on his hip. Hopefully Mallow, Moy was suspended. I think any team missing that calibre of players is going to find it tough, but we're still in this tie. It's half time, and if we show the same amount of fight and intensity and pressing and quality, but we make sure we switch on in moments, we still have a chance to go through.
Yeah, second leg only in February. You have more time with the team. How open is this fixture?
Yeah, it's going to be a really difficult game. We've got another 4 games before that, but yeah, I'm looking forward to this run of games so I can find out more about my squad.
Thank you, Liam.
Thank you.
Well, that run of games is 6 in 18 games. So when he talks about them recognising how to build, recognising where the spaces are, he hasn't got that much time, has he, to actually work with them in between all of those games?
No, first of all, I like how honest he is and what he said. I think he's going to be very clever because he knows that he's not going to be able to have all the time on the pitch, so he will have to do a lot inside and a lot of video, a lot of individual work, a lot of little groups and showing things and then talk back and learning like that. And then when he has more time and he can utilize the pitch a little bit more, it will be a little bit different. But now this coming month, he will have to be a little bit clever and looking after his players.
And if he gets Gusto back, if he gets Reece James back, if he has Caicedo back, it won't necessarily solve the centre-half problem that we were talking about earlier, but it does give them reinforce their solidity.
Absolutely, Mark. And that's what he's got to look at. Jimmy's spot on. This is not. We probably won't really see the shape or the idea of what a Liam Rosenior Chelsea side looks like probably till next season. He'll do bits and pieces, baby steps. But I think, right now, he's just got to... I looked at those kind of games every 3 days. How can you work with a team every 3 days? You've got people injured. Some players won't be able to train maybe Thursday, they'll probably do nothing light, ice baths tomorrow. Friday, maybe get them out, little jog, stretch. And then you've got Brentford.
Saturday game, yeah.
Brentford are going to come here, and they'll have looked at that this today. Keith Andrews, the way that he sets his team up, he's been fantastic so far this season. He'll identify set-piece opportunities, throw-ins, Coyote will be launching that ball into the box. Set pieces, they'll be attacking it. There'll be a lot of questions here the weekend. A totally different challenge, but you've got to you know what it's like, Jim, you've got to get yourself ready for a big derby game. Now you've got another one coming, but a completely different proposition, but equally as hard.
And actually, a totally different mood around here. With no disrespect to Brentford, who are flying, Chelsea fans will probably turn up expecting a performance against Brentford. Now, I'm not saying they weren't expecting a performance against Arsenal, but it's that Arsenal were probably the favourites going into tonight.
No, you're right. They will expect a performance. They will expect a win, you know. But I think the group itself will expect to win. Liam will expect to win. It won't be easy. It will be different than tonight. But that's what happens when you're playing for Chelsea. The expectancy is there, and you need to be able to deliver. And it's not going to be any difference on Saturday.